The Minnesota Vikings were supposed to win the game. They didn't. Jokes on you guys for missing that 27-year-old field goal. And Seattle was the beneficiaries from that blunder. Now they get to go face off against the number 1 seed in the NFC and probably the number 1 seed in the NFL. The Carolina Panthers with Superman Cam. Ty, who are you taking and who are you with, my brother?
One thing you're missing is
The Vikings lost.
no, you hit that. You touched on that.
Petty.
You're missing on the 2B NFL MVP, Cam Newton.
2B.
The 2B MVP.
You mean the
They haven't crowned him yet, but they got to crown him. If you want to crown him, crown him.
Yeah, might as well.
Cam, hey, that's your MVP, and I'm rolling with Cam. Okay, we saw what Russell was not able to do against the stout Vikings defense. Now this Carolina Panthers defense is stouter than most. Okay, Now they'll give up some points, but that's usually by the time that they're up and they're playing that safe cover 2 shell, and they'll let you just milk the clock and try to come back. Now don't do too much of that with Russell. But at the end of the day, they're number 1 seed. I think home field should count for something. They did go into Seattle and win earlier in the season. Granted, that's when Seattle was on their stomping grounds. We'll see what happens with Marshawn, but I'm going with Cam, okay? I spent all season going with Andy Dalton, if you see where that got me. Cam Newton, new time.
I'm finally glad that you finally see the black man. You know what? This is so hard for me. The way that Seattle played was uninspiring this past weekend. Even though it was negative 125 degrees outside, it was still uninspiring.
Roughly.
I'm going to go with Seattle, and here's the reasons why. I think Seattle's defense is going to be enough to slow down the offense of Cam Newton. Let's be honest. Raise your hands if you believe Ted Ginn Jr. is real.
I believe he's fast.
Yeah, I believe so too, but he doesn't want to go across that middle. He can run across the sideline. He better run away from Mr. Sherman.
Hey, you saw what happened to Antonio Brown.
Hey, we'll touch on that in a few minutes.
And then we will.
But I'm going to go with Seattle. I think their defense can hold them down. Granted, remember, Seattle was up in that game, and their defense let them come back in the fourth quarter up in Seattle. I think Bam Bam Cam and the rest of them boys can rectify the things that they didn't do when they faced off the first time. So I'm going to go with Seattle. It's probably going to be a low-scoring game. Let's go 17-14. Low scoring.
We shall see.